thrilled to welcome David Bowie.
That was epic.
A little drive we took.
The little drive was epic. Everybody in the outside world out there, they crashed real tight to the monitor, and I pushed my way through, and there's this like
just trying to watch this little strange journey we took.
Yeah, and thanks Max for the rebel thing.
My pleasure.
You work with.
You get a royalty on that too.
Yeah, you work with Springsteen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my drummer also, Zachary, was also with Springsteen. Not at the same time as you.
That's right. And he did
Wait,
wonderfully.
there was a drummer in the wings to replace Max if anything went wrong? What is?
I wondered who that guy was. But,
He's just sitting there.
He comes along hopefully every week. Yeah.
You have the coolest hair in rock and roll.
Thank you very much.
I have to say that right now. Does he not? Doesn't he have the...
He doesn't think so, the guy there.
There's one guy in there? No, he thinks he can do a little better.
It's because he has no hair.
He's looking for his moose right now. First of all, congratulations.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Congratulations. The birthday concert. I want to talk about this. Your 50th birthday.
Yeah.
Most people get a cake, you know, and a dreary party.
Yeah.
You have a Madison Square Garden super concert that's on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is when you know you've made it, when your birthday is on as a pay-per-view event. That's the sign that you've actually accomplished something.
The garden thing meant a lot to me in a way, because when my first trip to America in '71, I flew over especially to see the comeback show of Elvis, and it was on at the Garden. So we share the same birthday. So I always
and Elvis have the same birthday?
Yeah, we were drinking buddies way back. I used to fly over to Memphis, and we'd you know, go out for the night on the Raz, big Cadillac, big Cadillac.
Is there any truth to any of this? No.
I was just told that was true.
I just had to ask.
I've read it.
It's such a cool image.
He sent me a telegram once.
Okay, I understand. You know, yeah, now I believe nothing. In fact, you're not David Bowie. Hair comes right off.
Is not rehearsed. Yeah.
You know, I wanted to ask you, you know, one of the things you've done that's so amazing when you think you've reached this point in your career, you've managed to stay relevant in music, and it's probably through all the different transformations you've made.
Well,
you know, the different characters that you've portrayed.
A few years ago, I joined Relevance Anonymous. We'd just sit and share our ideas, and everybody else would network and give us feedback and suggestions of how we keep relevant.
Who didn't get into Relevance Anonymous? Anybody?
I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah. I want this to get real mean, real fast.
No.
I wanted to actually just take a brief walk down memory lane. But first of all, just to look at some of the different characters. Liz, put these up, because it's good to refresh everybody's memory. Of course, there was the young David. This is you early on. Then there was Ziggy Stardust, of course, favorite to me. Then there was the Thin White Duke, of course, my personal favorite. And then there was a period there where you were trying different personas.
No, don't do this to me.
No, I don't remember if other people remember this. We reviewed this once on the show, but you were trying different personas that I don't think quite had the commercial appeal. There was the suave hunchback. Do you remember this at all?
Ernie Stardust.
Yeah. There was the bucktooth wizard. I remember he was. And then this is strange. Your corn on the cob period I found confusing. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, that was your favorite, the corn on the cob.
Yes, that was very
You're free to
tasty.
use any of these, by the way, if you want.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if this is true, but I love finding these things out. That you actually, when you were just starting out, you started in a mime troupe.
Yeah, we worked in a mime troupe. There were several mime troupes in Britain, and it turned into a kind of a war between mime troupes. The mime wars of 1968. You remember those Paris things, the Paris riots?
Yes.
That wasn't actually a student socialist thing. It was the mime wars of Paris. And it was all these, the mimes were after Jean Genet so that they could do the first version of The Maids. So you're going to let me go with this?
Yeah. I'm going to let you go and go.
So they run around hitting each other with their Priya pricks.
Oh, wait, slow down.
Throttling each other in silence.
Now, were you actually in a mime troupe? Did you do the thing in the box? You never did the thing in the box.
I did the thing in the box.
Oh, get out of here.
I did that.
We're going to ask you to leave now.
You don't want me to do the thing in the box?
Do the thing.
Good.
Yes.
I've forgotten it.
You forgot it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that was pretty good. But you have to make this face. Whoop.
Yeah. No.
That thing
No,
is...
I don't.
Yes. Yes, you legally do. Or you're in a lot of trouble. You did. There was a piece on the pay-per-view show that was quite visually interesting. The Scary Monsters thing. This was with.
Yeah.
What was it? Is that puppets?
There's a media artist in America that I like very much called Tony Ausler. It's interesting that in the '60s all the painters and all the artists were really well known, like Andy Warhol. And I guess in the 80s it was Jeff Koons and Julian Schnabel. But right now it's almost impossible to think of a current artist who's a household name in quite the same way. So that's just an aside, really, Conan.
We had a clip here. Do you want to explain do you want to show this clip here, Liz? I don't know if this needs setting up, but it's visually...
Well, just look at it.
Okay, look at it. That's disturbing.
That was another persona.
That's going to be your next persona, is that what you said? A head getting stepped on.
Yeah, we're just going to get one of Tony's models to actually do the vocals, and I'll be underneath on the floor.
And the whole thing will work out.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, there was something that they were playing here in America on MTV round the clock for a while. And it was something I've always wondered about, you singing Christmas songs with Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
And this is something that I guess you probably did in '76, sometime around then. What was that like? Because it's such a strange thing to look at. You're almost polar opposites in some way, and there you are together singing these Christmas songs. Do you remember doing this and what it was like?
I remember.
Is it all a blur?
I remember doing it. The communication factor was very strange. I had more communication in a way with Tony Ausler's dummies, but it was that he didn't know who I was. He couldn't remember my name. And he just sat on the stool the whole day, and I'd be...
How were you brought into him? So it wasn't him saying, I love this whole Ziggy Stardust thing, I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, he just loved the Heroes period, yeah.
It was very influential on Bing.
He was a very big... he tried for months to get Eno to work with him on his next... on his next album.
I would love to find those recordings. I hope you can hang on for 1 second, because we've run short on time for this one. We're going to take a break. We'll have more with David Bowie in just a second, so stick around. We're back, everybody. I'm here with David Bowie, and now, David, you're going to come back later in the program and perform for us, but right now, I'm told that you've never done an acoustic song on American television.
First time, no.
You're going to do one for us.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's a song called Dead Man Walking from the Earthling album. Good. And there's a real interesting story attached to this, Conan. Would you like to hear it?
No, I wouldn't. Bye, everybody. Yeah.
So, 30 years ago, about 30 years ago, I was in the studio with one of the thousands of bands that I had in the 60s, and Jimmy Page was a session man on the session. And he said, David, I said, Jimmy. He said, David,
what are you, two Cockney chimney sweeps?
Yeah, I said, I've got this old riff that I'm not using anymore. Would you like it? And I said, thank you very much. So he gave me a riff, which if I had a guitar here...
Why, there's one right here.
Oh, that's great.
Andy, can we use your guitar?
Sure. Well, I'll put this back then.
I just use it to level the table.
You wait till you hear me. And so the riff was this. And I put it into a song called The Superman, which I'm not going to sing now. And then a few months ago, whilst we were in the studio, for some reason it just, my fingers just went straight there, Conan, and I couldn't help myself, but I rewrote it.
That's okay, governor.
Into this other song. Which I'll go and play for you now.
Well, if there were musicians well, there is, right there. I see. Okay.
There's Reese Gabrels. I'll catch him quickly. When I nod my head, hit it.
Swivels his head, tears his eyes from the screen, as his past puts him back in Atlantic City. There's not even a demon in heaven or hell. Is it all just human disguise as I walk down the aisle? And I'm gone. Now I'm older than movies, and I know who's there when silhouettes fall. And I'm gone, like I'm dancing on angels. And I'm gone, through the cracks in the past, like a dead man walking. Like a dead man walking. Three old men dancing under the lamplight, shaking their sex and bones and the boys that we were. An alienation and therapy, sliding naked and nude, like a bad-tempered child on the rain-slicked streets. And I'm gone. Now I'm older than movies, and I know who's there when silhouettes fall. And I'm gone, like I'm dancing on angels. And I'm gone, through the crack in the past, like a dead man walking. Like a dead man walking. Dead man. Dead man. Dead man. And I'm gone. Now I'm older than movies, and I know who's there when silhouettes fall. And I'm gone, like I'm dancing on angels. And I'm gone, through the crack in the past, like a dead man walking. Dead man walking. Dead man.
That was fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. David Bowie, everybody, and a reminder. I want to make sure I get this in. First of all, David's going to be back later in the show to perform, and Earthlings. Earthlings is at record stores everywhere, and the new single, Dead Man Walking, is out there, so make sure you get it. And Justine Bateman's coming right up. Yes?
I just mimed.
You mime.
Sorry.
He's in the box, everybody. We'll be right back.
I didn't mean to.
Go, baby, go. Back, ladies and gentlemen, and here he is, once again, David Bowie.
looks at the wheel. No one needs anyone, they don't even just pretend. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny's in America. Johnny wants a brain. Johnny wants to suck on a coke. Johnny wants a woman. Johnny wants to think of a joke. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny's in America. Johnny looks up at the stars. Johnny combs his hair. Johnny wants to be in cars. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Yeah, I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America.
Thank you very much, David Bowie, everybody. For the break, we'll be right back.